Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome to Holbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for a doubleheader of two of the hottest teams in the HCAC, the Fighting Engineers. The women's team will get us started here against Bluffton, the men's team to follow. Hey, we want to thank some of our sponsors here on RHIT.TV. That includes the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves businesses forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on HCAC.TV, where you always have a front row seat. Don't forget to follow us on X at HCAC D3. Tony Donahue, Galen Clavio with you here. I mentioned it, one of the hottest teams in the HCAC. You look at Rose-Hulman, 5 of their last 7, 3 of their last 4 they are winners of. And that one loss came to Transylvania, which set the record for 48 consecutive here last Saturday. That's the closest anybody has played Transylvania. What do you like out of this Rose-Hulman team this afternoon?
It feels like things are starting to come together for a pretty young roster that's finally starting to figure out their roles. In that game against Manchester they had earlier this week, I was on the call for that one. They struggled a little bit at the start, and then the threes started falling late. They started to get into their offense, got a great game out of Sophia Reese, and got good contributions off the bench. That's been a winning formula for them in several of these games.
Yeah, and when you talk about Rose-Hulman, a great bench, but Jamie Baum, Grace Rowland come to mind. Rowland, Conference Player of the Week last month. Jamie Baum, second team All-HCAC selection, averaging 12 points per game. Their offense starts with those two ladies.
Absolutely. And the nice thing about Baum is that she's unflappable. She'll have a shot not go in, or there'll be a struggle, and it just doesn't bother her as she goes through the game. And we've seen Grace Rowland have excellent games. She's so dominant on the boards, whether she's scoring or not. The game on Wednesday, she did not have one of her better outings. Kind of came back late and made it look a little bit better on the score sheet. But I think what makes a big difference for Rose-Hulman right now is that they can get somebody to come in off the bench. They've been getting great play out of Manuela Shamba, who's been in the starting lineup pretty consistently. She's scoring regularly. And their guard play has allowed them to either play outside or inside, depending on what the opposition throws at them.
Yeah, we'll mention the names. Amelia Diaz, she's the spark plug on this team. She's a type of player that may not show up in that in the scorebook, so to say, but she's on the floor getting 50-50 balls. She's in the passing lanes getting deflections. You got to like what she brings defensively.
As a freshman, you never know how that transition's going to go, but she has been a spark plug, and I've been watching her all season. She's clearly starting to figure out how the game flows. It's slowed down for her, and even though she's not putting a whole lot of points up on the board, all the intangibles that she brings to the floor have helped to make this team work over these last 7 games.
And we've mentioned all this without mentioning CK Gallegos Rodriguez, who made a history and a win over Defiance last week.
Yes, had 5 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, all of the extras on the stat sheet that we don't always talk about. And it's been, when she's been able to play, which hasn't been all the time, it's been really exciting to watch what she brings to the table, a whole different dynamic.
And we talked about that guard play with senior from Westfield, Ashley Black. Had a big night against Manchester on Wednesday.
Yeah, and Ashley Black started to heat up, and you could just tell that was going to be her night. She was going to be dropping them in all over the floor. Almost had a season high in scoring on the day. Ended up having a couple shots missed at the end, which was unfortunate. But she was the reason why Rose-Hulman was able to pull away from Manchester in that game. Her shots in the third and fourth quarter really made the difference.
Yeah, so this women's team for Rose-Hulman already beat Bluffton this year on the road. That was back in December, 62-55. This is certainly a different team on both sides, especially for Rose-Hulman. Always good to come home being able to take a series 2-0, but the difficulties of facing an opponent for a second time.
It's tough because you've already scouted. You know the tendencies. There's probably going to be some lingering items from the earlier games. I mean, Rose-Hulman in that game, I look at the statistics, they shot pretty well for Rose-Hulman early on in that contest, and Bluffton really didn't shoot well at all. Now, Bluffton's had that problem throughout the course of the year, but Rose-Hulman's going to have to bring a higher level of defensive effort because there's not going to be a lot of mystery about what they're going to do against Bluffton. They're going to just have to up that intensity.
You know, we talked about Rose-Hulman and some of the young players. This is a Bluffton squad. Not a lot of seniors. Maddie Fitzpatrick will call her name. She's a senior. But a very young squad here for Coach Shuttler, who's in his 19th season at Bluffton.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get that longevity, there's a system, and it's about putting the players into the system. This Bluffton squad, 5-11 overall, 3-6 in conference. They've won a couple games on the road, which you like to see out of a younger team, but they're just not scoring at a particularly high clip, 59 points a game. Their shooting's been way off. But when I look at this Bluffton team, there's clearly some talent. Katie Newhart, as a sophomore, is averaging close to 11 points a game. They have a complement of guards that when you put all their scoring together, they're averaging about 35 points a game. The question is who's going to produce on a night-by-night basis, and I think that will probably be the key to whether Bluffton can stay in this one.
Bluffton made the trip over last night, stayed in Indianapolis, then made the remaining hour and a half or so trip bus ride this morning. We'll get you set up here. A doubleheader of men's and women's action from the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups, get the rest of the keys for to this afternoon's contest. You're watching women's college basketball on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Back here from the Hobart Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for game number one of our doubleheader here on RHIT.TV as Rose-Hulman welcomes in the 5-11 Bluffton Beavers to Terre Haute, Indiana. They are 3-6 in the HCAC. Tony Donahue, Gavin Clavio with you. Gavin, you made a really good point. We talk about a system in D3 college basketball. The men's and the women's teams here for Rose-Hulman. We'll see it later on in Miles McGowan. Just that old school back to the basket type of mentality. We're going to see that here early on with Grace Rowland.
You need to have things you feel like you can rely on every time you come down the floor, especially offensively, because at this level of basketball, you've got players that can do maybe one thing consistently.
Yep.
And I think for Rose-Hulman in particular, the added issue has been they've kind of had to start everything over from scratch since last year. And I think Devrin Paul's done an excellent job of helping to mesh this team. And to have a player like Grace Rowland, who you can use as an anchor, who can either play down low and bang with opposition forwards or can step out, hit a jump shot. She had a 3 in the last game. That versatility really ends up helping, and it allows you to allow that system to stretch in different directions.
Yeah, and what I've been really impressed with, and you made a great point earlier with Jamie Baum, right? She can shoot the basketball, she can get to the rim, she can hit it from outside, but she's not afraid of that next shot.
Yeah, ultimately, you have to have a short memory when it comes to basketball at any level. And I think this level in particular, you can get on streaks where it's just not going in. Are you letting that bother how you approach the game, and are you letting it take away from playing defense? Are you letting it take away from crashing the boards? And having watched so much Jamie Baum this year, what's really impressive about her is just how focused she looks every single possession. She's a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure we'll see that tonight.
We'll come right back, get you started with the starting lineups here from the Hobart Arena, the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, a doubleheader between Rose-Hulman and Bluffton. We'll be back right after this. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new Living Mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us to one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
Game number 1 of our doubleheader here on RHIT.TV as Rose-Hulman welcomes in Bluffton. Let's go to the PA for today's starting lineups. So your starting lineups is Bluffton in their road purple and white trimmed uniforms. Rose-Hulman in their home white uniforms. And Rose-Hulman going a little bit of a smaller starting lineup here this afternoon.
Yeah, no Grace Rowland in the starting lineup, and maybe a little bit of reward here for how well Sophia Reese played in that last game. She definitely deserved it. 29 minutes, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in that game. And she's just a joy to watch. One of my favorite players on this roster.
We hope you're staying warm inside on a balmy winter afternoon here in Terre Haute, Indiana. We get you ready for a doubleheader on RHIT.TV. Again, Bluffton on the road. They come into their record of 5-11 on the season, 3-6 in conference play. Tip goes and controlled by Rose-Hulman. Ashley Black has it. Down low and blocked. So going down low early, but a little bit of a size advantage down low there for Bluffton. Zender swings it up top. Man-to-man here for the defense for Rose-Hulman early.
Pretty aggressive on the perimeter as well.
And we'll see Diaz and Reese get in those passing lanes. They play great defense. 2 on the shot clock. We're going to have a 3-second violation down low, so
don't see those every day.
You sure? Unless you're watching the Nuggets and Jokic, that's about the only time you see them.
Lindsey Smith definitely was just camped down there, and good for the official to spot that.
So Diaz looks at a wide open 3, back iron no good, controlled by Bluffton.
Rose-Hulman has to get shooting going early. They've really struggled with that at times this year.
Fitzpatrick, the senior, dishes it to Zender. Waits for the screen. Into the paint, blocked. She kind of just looked like she fell. Fell right into Jamie Baum with the block, and she has the basketball.
Maddie Fitzpatrick running into a wall there.
There's Baum, will pull up, she'll hit that. This time off the back iron, no, but that's right in her range. And a nice offensive rebound there by Ashley Black. Rose-Hulman will reset, 12 on the shot clock. Ball deflected and stolen away. So both teams turning the basketball over here on their opening possessions.
It's a nice play there by Olivia Zender to pick that off.
A power dribble down low, and Newhart gets it off the window for the first basket of the game. And just kind of
feels like already Bluffton's trying to get the ball down low. They're really trying to get it into the paint and get their offensive opportunities there.
Yeah, it was like Shamba was standing still there when the power dribble came through. Diaz has it. Reese, they'll go down low. Pump fake, dribble drive up, over, uses the rim off the backboard, no good. And rebound controlled by Smith. Bluffton will push. Reset the offense. Good defensive switch here by Rose-Hulman. They'll force Clark to go left. She'll kick it up. Mid-range jump shot short. Bad of the round. Controlled by Amelia Diaz.
Didn't seem like the shot Bluffton really wanted there, as that was pretty well off.
Baum pull up mid-range, and she got it. Good to see Baum getting going early here. Often we talked about, don't worry about your last shot. You're only as good as your next shot. She knocks that one down to tie it at 2.
You can get some good flow out of Jamie Baum early. That will open up other things on this roster.
Bluffton with the basketball. Mid-range jumper, Fitzpatrick, back iron, no good. Great block out there by Shamba. She'll push the tempo. It looks like we have a jump ball here as Reese dribbled into a double team. It got tangled up there, and the ball would belong to Bluffton.
In the Wednesday game against Manchester, I think we ended up with like 11 jump balls throughout the course of the game. I've never seen that many. But, yeah, Sophia Reese probably wants to bring the ball a little further up there, just try to keep it away from defenders' hands. Little press setup here now for Rose-Hulman.
Yep, full court pressure. Bluffton breaks it. They have numbers. Zender thinks twice about it, steps back, 3 ball off the iron, no good. And another rebound there, corralled by Rose-Hulman. They'll push the tempo.
Teams are a combined 2 for 9 so far. A pretty cold shooting game.
You look at a 3 here. Black steps into it. Too hard off the back iron, no good. And both teams collecting defensive rebounds, not allowing the opposition second chance opportunities. Grace Rowland will check in at the next dead ball.
And C.K. Gallegos Rodriguez. So significant change in size about to come in here for Rose-Hulman.
And that is probably right there. Lindsey Smith has been able to control the rebounds. I had a good look there. Just missed it. Rose-Hulman to push the tempo. Bomb down low. Shamba. Spin cycle. Puts it off the rim. No good. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Clark will penetrate. Ball loose on the ground. Goes right into the welcoming arms of Zender. And she puts it in. Gets knocked down. No foul called. 4-2 in favor of Bluffton.
Not sure how that squeezed all the way through to Olivia Zender, but good for her. Picking it up. Dropping that shot in gives them the early lead.
Sometimes the luck of the bounce goes your way. It certainly did on that possession for Bluffton. Drive here short by Reese. Bluffton has it. They'll throw it away, but it'll land in the hands of Fitzpatrick, and we're going to have an 8-second call. I was waiting for it. You don't see those that often either.
A little bit of everything so far, but that was good defensive pressure by Sophia Reese. She forces Smith to pick the dribble up, and her teammates just frankly didn't look back to see if she needed help.
So size coming in here for Rose-Hulman, Gallegos Rodriguez, and Grace Rowland into the game. 2 of their best players down low and 2 of their best scorers as well.
Curious to see if Rose-Hulman gets a little more aggressive. They seem really tentative going into the paint here. They're almost afraid of this size that Bluffton's bringing.
Baum swings it, finds Reese for a 3, spins out, ball battle around for, and we're going to have another jump ball. But it was C.K. Gallegos Rodriguez checking into the game, wreaking havoc on the offensive board there, led to the jump ball, Rose-Hulman possession.
Good early substitution by Devrin Paul, as he obviously could see his team was struggling right around the basket on both ends.
So Black will inbound it. Rowland sets the screen. Baum takes it up top, 20 on the shot clock, 5-minute mark, first quarter. Diaz, cross-court pass, finds Black. Black dribbles into two players off the backboard, no good. Ball batted around. We're going to have a foul from behind. The first foul of the game. And Bluffton will maintain possession.
But again, another example. You see Ashley Black, who's normally pretty aggressive going to the basket, kind of veered off to the side and tried a bad angle on that layup. And again, I think there's a lot of concern about this Bluffton post presence.
Media timeout, 4:53 to play, first quarter. Bluffton holding on to a 4-2 lead. You're watching Women's College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 miles an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Tony Donahue, Galen Clavio with you here. Game number one of the men's and women's doubleheader here on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. But Galen, 4-2, Bluffton with the lead. A slow shooting start here for the Fighting Engineers.
Not ideal. They have been scoreless the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 1 for 10 from the field so far, including 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
They'll bring the full court press here again. Inbound pass comes in to Clark. Clark off of her foot. Bomb down low. Off the rim, no good. And Rose-Hulman has had multiple chances. Galen had great looks. They just haven't got them to fall here in this first half of a quarter.
Yeah, they just need to get a little more aggressive going at the rim. They had everything there except the finish.
Clark has it, dribbles to the corner. Rowland picks her up, kicks outside. 3-ball in the air, Zender short. Ball battled around, gets her own rebound. Great job following her shot there. They'll reset, 15 on the shot clock. Zender takes it back, swings. And Rowland gets in there, deflects it away, and a foul on the ground by Ashley Black. Probably a good foul there because it looked like Zender had a wide open lane for a layup.
Olivia Zender's one of those players that's immediately annoying if she's playing for the team that you're rooting against, and she's everywhere all the time. That kind of energy is really helping Bluffton early on.
So she will inbound here. Probably a good foul because she's got a wide open lane. And Diaz will check back in. Ashley Black will sit down for the first time. Inbound coming, 4:15, first quarter, 20 on the shot clock. They'll work down low. Kick out left side, saved.
Good hustle.
Zender saves it into the hands of Clark, 10 on the shot clock. Clark gets a screen. She'll keep driving, kick it, corner, extra pass. Zender has a 3 on the shot clock, and Rowland says not today. Blocked, 3-ball at the horn, short, batted around. And it's going to go out of bounds. So a great defensive possession there by Rose-Hulman. Bluffton had the basketball for about 45 seconds, ends with no basket. Out of bounds, Rose-Hulman will take over.
Yeah, some bodies flying down there, including Jamie Baum, who's going to take a seat, took a really hard spill. Great credit to Rose-Hulman. They kept with it there and really denied any easy opportunities at a basket.
So some substitutions here as well, as Sophia Reese will check back into the ball game. Randolph brings up the basketball, finds Rowland up top. We'll try to work down low to Shamba. Cross-court pass. Thought about a 3. She'll take it. Short, no good. Offensive rebound. Deflected right back into the hands. Up and off the backboard, no good. And Moses Malone style there for CK Gallegos Rodriguez. Sticks with it, gets her own rebound, and puts it in.
If you don't succeed at first, try 3 times. Nice job by Gallegos Rodriguez to stick with that one and finally get it to fall.
There's a reason why she averages 4 rebounds per contest. She ties it up at 4, 3-minute mark, first quarter. Up top comes Bluffton. Clark in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Kick out. Zender. Extra pass. Mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, good. So you see the size there from Finstermaker. She puts it in. A great defensive possession there, but a second chance opportunity. You can't have those.
Yeah, can't give up the offensive rebounds or turnovers, as the case may be.
Gallegos Rodriguez turns it over. Extra pass up. Great defense there by Sophia Reese. Another offensive rebound. Gallegos Rodriguez steals it right back. She'll push deep. Great pass off the backboard. Good.
What an outlet by Gallegos Rodriguez. Finds Manuela Shamba there on the layup, and they tie it up again.
And Shamba over the top puts it in. We're going to have an offensive foul. So defense turning into offense here for Rose-Hulman. Tied at 6, 2:12 to go.
Pretty frenetic game here. You see Sophia Reese got the body right where it needed to be, and Gallegos Rodriguez comes in, and you're able to pick the ball away if they're not watching for you. And then you see on the other end, Shamba, who struggled a little bit with finishing so far, able to get that one to fall.
Yeah, and Grace Rowland defensively there. Staying down, not going for the block, keeping your feet on the ground, defensive fundamentals led to that steal. Shamba down low, goes up with it. She's going to be fouled, and one of the best free throw shooters in the conference will head to the line to shoot 2. Just under 2 minutes to play. We're tied at 6.
Manufacture a scoring opportunity. Nice job by Sophia Reese to find Shamba. That was a tight passing window she got that into, and Shamba able to go straight up. Not a lot Bluffton could do about that other than foul.
Unleash the power of passion. IndianaSRN, always a front row seat. Contact us. Sales at IndianaSRN.org to discuss how we can customize a sponsorship package that maximizes your brand exposure. Central Indiana's sports leader. You're watching RHIT.TV. First free throw, announcer Jinx. Now, we did this a few weeks ago when they lost in overtime. Clark, and I know he's watching, she was 12 of 12 and missed 1 of 2 to send it to overtime. Second one down. She's got 3 points here in the first quarter. The Fighting Engineers take their first lead of the afternoon. It's 7-6, 1:56 to play in the first.
As broadcasters, we're lucky we don't get suspended for doing those things.
Bluffton with the basketball. They like to swing outside the arc. Going for the steal. There was Reese, but it led to a wide open bucket. And Fitzpatrick puts it home, 8-7 in favor of Bluffton. Reese with the basketball. Shamba sets the screen. Randolph has it up top. Shamba, pump fake, dribble drive, uses the extra hesitation. No good. Extra rebound, put back. The rebound to Gallegos Rodriguez, and Shamba puts it in.
Gallegos Rodriguez has been a difference maker so far for Rose-Hulman on the glass.
And Gallegos Rodriguez with her third offensive rebound and her second assist. Those 3 offensive rebounds have led to 4 second chance points. Probably got away with the travel there. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. Sophia Reese steals it away, pushes it up to Bomb. Bomb's got 2 points here in the quarter. Mid-range jumper, she likes it right there, puts it in.
Not a high percentage shot in basketball these days, but if you can knock it down, that's fine. Nice 19-footer there by Bomb.
Yeah, and when Bomb can step into a shot, square her shoulders, that's her range all day. Another turnover, the 6th of the quarter. Reese steals it coast to coast, all by herself, lays it in with the right hand. 13-8 in favor of the Fighting Engineers on a 6-0 run. Shot clock turned off. Sophia Reese, Galen, doing a great job defensively, really disrupting what Bluffton's trying to do offensively.
All over Fitzpatrick right now.
They'll swing up top. Collenberg drives, missed. 3 seconds. Shamba has it. 2 seconds. She's going to heave it. Got it off in time, but way long. And that's how the quarter will end through 1 here at Rose-Hulman. The women Fighting Engineers with a 13-8 lead. We'll take a break, come back, get you for the second quarter. We see Reese putting it in on the layup, 13-8 in favor of the Fighting Engineers.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Second quarter about to start here on RHIT.TV. Turn it on to you, Galen Clavio with you. And Galen, after a slow and sloppy start for Rose-Hulman, their defense led to offense there late in the quarter. They lead by 5.
Having trouble scoring in the half court, so they mix it up a little bit with the defense. Some good pressure, both in the full court and just on the ball handlers. They're really harassing Bluffton right now.
So Bluffton with the basketball to start the second quarter. They've led by as many as 3. This is Rose-Hulman's biggest lead here in the first half. Corner 3 short. Grace Rowland battles for it, and it's going to go off of Bluffton. A great job there by Rowland, not allowing a second chance opportunity. And Rose-Hulman can add to their biggest lead of the afternoon, currently up by 5, 13-8. Yeah, 9:46 play here in the second.
The Beavers just woeful right now from the field. 4 for 16, 0 for 4 from 3. The only thing that's really been keeping them in this game is their offensive rebounding.
Diaz has it, finds Baum. Baum's got 4 points. Rowland thought about the jumper, kicks it back up top. Tori Scales checking in the game. Rowland from downtown knocks it down. She's got range from anywhere. We talked about that in the pregame.
That's that inside out from Grace Rowland. She just opens up so many dimensions on offense.
So Rowland pushes it to an 8-point advantage with the first 3 of the afternoon for the Fighting Engineers. So battle down low defensively here, and it leads to a turnover. And Grace Rowland will look here on the 3. She's got one of the smoothest touches in the HCAC. We see it there.
No hesitation on the catch. She just puts that up. She knows she can hit from that distance. And we've been seeing this Rose-Hulman women's team really starting to take advantage of that notch where the three-point line gets flat. They've learned that they can hit from there pretty consistently.
So Black has it with the basketball. Minute gone by here, second quarter. They'll go down low. Rowland with the basketball. She'll kick it back up top. Scales thought about a 3. Rowland pump fakes. 8 on the shot clock. Baum has it. Steps into a 3 short. And a little bit rushed there with 5 on the shot clock, but a shot that we know that she can hit. Just a little bit of a rush job there.
Yeah, not great from 3 so far for Rose-Hulman. That Rowland 3, the only one they've hit out of the 5 they've taken so far.
Bluffton looking for their first points of the quarter. Back iron, no good. Baum has the rebound. She'll push. She got Diaz to the right. She'll take it herself. Left-hand dribble up off the backboard. Count it, and 1. Put her on the line.
14-2 run for Rose-Hulman, and they did it early with defense. They're doing it with offense now. No fear as they cut through this Bluffton defense.
So Baum off the rebound, takes it coast to coast for the lay-in. She's got 6. Looking to make it 7 and to complete the and 1 here. It's a little hesitation to the left off the backboard. Good. Free throw is good. It's 7 points for Baum. 19-8 on a 12-0 run here are the Fighting Engineers.
Well, zone defense look now for Rose-Hulman.
We've seen them go to this, and it's really led Galen to a lot of transition opportunities. Here's the steal. They get it up to Diaz right on cue. She'll set it back up. Scales steps into a 3, but she shuffled the puppies and a travel. But again, when they do this 2-3 zone, it really leads to transition opportunities.
Well, when your opposition has yet to hit a three-pointer, wait until they do. You might as well make it harder on them down low, and you're already not rebounding great. I've been really impressed, though, with the post defense that we've seen out of Grace Rowland and C.K. Gagos-Rodriguez when they've been in there. They are playing such an anticipatory style of defense. They're taking away spin moves. They're taking away passing lanes. It's really junked up this Bluffton offense.
So Rowland has 5 points. She will head to the bench and get a breather. Full court pressure comes. Stolen from behind by Reese. Reese with the basketball. A little bit of hesitation. Baum has it. She'll lower the shoulder. She's double teamed. Swings it back. Thought about a skip pass. Thought twice of it. They'll reset. 15 on the shot clock. Bomb, dribble drive, right side, stops, pops, kicks it back out. Now 10 on the shot clock. Left side, Black three, ball down. Buckets, 22-8. It's a 15-0 run for the Fighting Engineers.
Ashley Black finally gets in the scoring column. He knew it was going to come eventually.
So Black with three. See Coach Paul wants him to bring the defense. Dribble drive right side, lowering the shoulder. And a little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. Nonetheless, we'll send Fitzpatrick to the line.
I thought that was pretty good defense by Sophia Reese. Had her hands up, was moving laterally. But give Bluffton credit. When you're aggressive towards the basket, you're going to get that call more often than not.
It's been 3.5 minutes since Bluffton has scored. They took the lead at 8-7.
10 turnovers for Bluffton so far in this game. That tells the story as much as anything.
They're on the board here in the second quarter for the first time with Fitzpatrick's free throw. 22-9, 7:10 to play, first half. Second free throw, good. And Fitzpatrick will check out. She's got 4. Black will inbound it. Reese will bring it up. 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. 22-10, Rose-Hulman.
Engineers 3 for 4 so far from the field in this quarter.
Bomb has it down low, dribble drive, and there's going to be a body foul on the. Oh, we're going to have a hook. So Bomb's going to get called with the old hook. And the offensive foul gives the basketball back over to Bluffton.
Fascinating call.
Another one you don't see that often, which assures us we will definitely see a banked 3 here at some point. Those are the 4 things you don't see that often. The 5-second call, the 8-second call, the hook. And Bluffton turns it right back over. And Jamie Baum's excited about it, clapping her hands, ready to go.
This great pressure defense on the ball. They're trapping at times. They're just keeping Bluffton a little off center, and they don't know how to handle it at this point.
Reese with the basketball. Swings right side. Diaz thought about it. Shamba back up top. Dribble drive. Swing pass. Thought about the jumper. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shamba pump fake, gets to the lane, kicks it off of her own foot. The ball's turned over.
Great idea, great move by Shamba, just couldn't quite hang on to the basketball.
Columber with the steal. She has the basketball. We're going to have a quick timeout. I believe it'll be of the 30-second variety here for Rose-Hulman. A big run here for Rose-Hulman. They knocked down a couple threes early, and it'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. You're watching women's college basketball on RHIT.TV. Watching women's college hoops here on RHIT.TV from Holbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Tony Donahue, Galen Clavio with you here. 22-10 Fighting Engineers, and their defense has really set the tone here in the second quarter.
23.5% shooting for the game now for Bluffton. They have not hit a shot in this quarter so far.
15 on the shot clock, 6:10 to go, second quarter. Bluffton with the basketball, trailing by 12. They'll get to the middle of the zone, shown by Rose-Hulman. Kick out for a 3, front iron, no good. Baum grabs the rebound, batted away. 50-50 ball on the ground. Bluffton has it, leads to a stutter step bucket. So a nice job there by Brinkman to use that extra step to get the ball. But again, a 50-50 ball. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't.
And a good hustle by Bluffton. That's what Rose-Hulman's done to them. They've forced those possessions.
3 ball in the air, left side. Myra Randolph, splash from downtown. It's 25-12.
She's been finding her range lately. It's great to see her knock one down early.
Yeah, and when you look at this Rose-Hulman team, anybody on the floor at any time can hit a 3. We've seen Grace Rowland do it. She's the center down low, and then again there, Myra Randolph. She was working on them in warm-ups. I watched her, and her first 3 attempt of the day goes in, and Bluffton turns it over on their initial. So again, a little bit of a hesitation here, but you're going to give me that 2 steps, I'm going to put it in every time.
Not sure if they read the scouting report on Randolph. She can hit from out there. I don't know why you give her 6 feet.
We want to thank Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and courts. Thanks to our officials. Without them, we don't play. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. 5-minute mark, second quarter. 25-12, Fighting Engineers with the basketball. They've controlled this second quarter. Extra pass down low, leads to a Shamba bucket, and put her on the line at the and 1.
That was such a sublime pass by Gallegos Rodriguez to find Shamba. But Shamba, to finish through contact like that and really not even be looking at the basket when she put it up, she missed a few of those early. They're starting to drop now.
15-point lead for the Fighting Engineers, their largest of this first half, 4:54 to play. And Shamba will go to the free throw line, looking to complete the and 1. She will. Her second free throw make of the first half. It's 28-12.
Shamba leading all scorers now with 8 points.
Full court pressure, double team. Bluffton breaks out of it. They'll have numbers. Collenberg drives down low. Thought about a shot. Blocked by Baum. Battle around. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Reese, dribble drive, spins, stops. Baum swings. Randolph, another 3 short. And rebound goes to Bluffton. Trailing by 16. They led 8-7. Midway through that first quarter, it's been all Fighting Engineers since. Mid-range jumper, hits nothing but the ground. Baum corrals the rebound. She'll push the tempo. 4 minutes to go, first half. Baum's gonna go one-on-one. Step back jumper in her range, splash.
Jamie Baum, 4 for her last 5 from the field, and another 8-0 run now for Rose-Hulman.
And we've talked about it all broadcast. That's Baum's range right there. Her eyes light up when she's got a little bit of room from that mid-range. She knocks down yet another one, and it's 30-12 in favor of Rose-Hulman. Bluffton, long-range 2 ball in the air, no good. Ball squirts loose. Clark has it. Into the lane, throws it up. Backboard, no good. Tries to get her own rebound, and it's going to belong to Rose-Hulman. And Baum just mid-range, step back. Good.
Little crossover action there. Just get the defender going the wrong direction. Jamie Baum, 9 points now, leading Rose-Hulman in scoring on this game, 4 for 6 from the field.
And we talked about it too. Getting her going early is always key to Rose-Hulman's success. She's done that so far today.
Yeah, you can see the confidence just flowing out of her every time she's got the ball now.
Rowland sets the screen. Baum step back jumper might have been deflected. Looked like her hand might have got hit. No call there. Leads to a coast-to-coast opportunity here for Bluffton. Misses a layup. Grace Rowland says, I'll come in and clean that up. Baum skips it forward, batted around, into Diaz's hand, bucket!
Kind of a heat check pass there from Grace Baum, or from Jamie Baum, and a timeout now.
And we've seen that over-the-top pass work a few times in transition, but you've got to be impressed with this 20-point lead. A lot of these baskets coming in transition for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman is just going after the ball like hawks. Rebounds, turnovers, whatever it is, and they are pushing the action. I think they absolutely recognize that Bluffton is not great in transition defensively. They have no problem dropping it over the top.
Just 5 points in the quarter here for Bluffton. As we see here, the missed layup leads to the transition bucket. Baum looks up, gets it over the top. Diaz fights for it and puts it in.
And that's clearly a game plan thing here, where Rose-Hulman knows probably from that first game, if we can get out on this team and really push them, they're going to have a hard time stopping us. And we've seen Rose-Hulman all season. They do pretty well in transition when they're able to get out. They're doing an awesome job tonight. 20-point lead, another 10-0 run right now. They've been on this run now 28-6 for the last 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, they trailed 8-7. And since then, this defensive pressure, whether it's in the full court or down low, leading to turnovers, and another turnover. I believe that's the 15th of the first half for Bluffton. Baum has it, dribble drive left side, swings it. Randolph with the basketball. Thought about a three. She's 1 of 2 from downtown in this first half. Rolling, plays inside out. Diaz 3-ball, back iron, no good. Ball batted around, and we're going to have a foul on Randolph. Just a little bit of a cheap foul there going for the basketball.
Yeah, it's a tough one, nobody with possession, but Bluffton at this point just has to find a way to get a shot up that has a chance at going in. 5 for 24 from the field. We've had 32 possessions in this game. They've scored 12 points. That's a really bad point per possession ratio.
It's very low percentage for Bluffton. Team that comes in the record of 5-11 on this season. Rose-Hulman has already beat them once this year. That was a 62-55 win back on December 2nd. Bluffton with the basketball. 2 minutes to go, first half. Trailing by 20. 5 on the shot clock. Dribbles into a double team. Throws it up, back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Blocked, throws it up. Grace Rowland says, I've had enough of that. She grabs her 5th rebound of the first half. And Jamie Baum has it, minute 41 to go. All Rose-Hulman here in the second quarter. The Fighting Engineers holding on to a 20-point lead. Rowland sets a screen for Baum, and Black dribbles it out of bounds. We're going to call it a jump ball. Hey, we want to thank Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They offer traditional food like Grandma used to make. A great staff and even better food. Check us out Wednesday through Sunday. Call ahead 317-760-1640. Baum has it on the inbound after the jump ball. Minute 26 to play. And another jump ball. And the possession arrow flip will belong to Bluffton.
I'm a little surprised Bluffton's struggling this much. It felt like they turned the corner a little bit. They win a home game versus Franklin. They go on the road and they beat Defiance. And they were within shouting distance of their last 2 games, but nothing quite like this. This is a blowout at this point.
Yeah, and Rose-Hulman doing a great job of forcing Bluffton into late in the shot clock baskets where they are low percentage, they feel rushed. They've done that on multiple possessions.
Yeah, Bluffton with just no clear path to the basket. Some great defensive possessions here by Rose-Hulman.
Deep into the shot clock again. And Bluffton gets it off right before the horn. Doesn't look like it made contact with the iron, and another turnover for Bluffton. Rose-Hulman with the basketball, leading by 20, 53.4 to go first half.
Might have grazed the bottom of the rim. Looked like the Bluffton players wanted that call. They didn't get it.
Rolling, pump fake. She's hit, deflected, and it'll stay here. And I think it was one of those where it was a 50-50 ball out of bounds. He didn't call the foul, so he said, okay, Rose-Hulman is going to maintain possession. It all works out in the wash.
Occasionally fouls become not fouls when it's a 20-point deficit either direction.
So 43 left in the first half, 20 on the shot clock. Baum inbounds it to Black. Baum gets it right back, hesitates, right side. Diaz swings it back up top, rolling, pump fake, dribbles it off her foot, stolen away. Bluffton has it. 1 second differential, shot clock, game clock. Won't matter. Bluffton lowering the shoulder, and a nice bucket there by Katie Newhart.
That's what you got to do if you're Bluffton. You're not going to get this whole deficit back immediately. You got to chip away with plays like that.
Last possession, first half for Rose-Hulman. They lead by 18. They led by as many as 20. 5 on the clock. Double screen comes. Baum, mid-range, steps into a jumper. Good. She's been hot from there early, and that's how the first half will come to an end. 11 points for Jamie Baum, 34-14 at halftime. We want to thank Wheeler Mission for over 125 years. Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing for people in need. Volunteer today, 317-686-6239. Galen, what's impressed you the most in the Fighting Engineers building this 20-point lead?
It's been the aggression, it's been the energy, and it's been how relentless they have played Bluffton, especially on the defensive end. This is about as textbook an opening as you could ask for if you're Rose-Hulman, and they're getting scoring from all over the floor. It's
Greek night here on a doubleheader of Rose-Hulman basketball. Game number 1, the women's Fighting Engineer with a 34-14 lead at halftime. We'll have a halftime interview coming up for you. Take a look at the first half stats and get Galen's keys to the second half. You're watching college basketball on RHIT.TV, where Rose-Hulman leads by 20.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Hey, we're back here from the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where the women's hoop squad with a 34-14 lead at halftime. Tony Donahue with you, and we are joined by Kyra Hicks, track and soccer. I think the first question is, what's it like being a dual athlete?
It's definitely tough. Lots of things going on at all times, but it's honestly awesome to be able to play for both teams at school. So, yeah.
And you're from the Seattle area,
Yep.
An area that I'm very familiar with. It's where my family lives. What sold you on Rose-Hulman? Great education, obviously, great facilities as well, but they come from the Pacific Northwest to here. I mean, that's a big transition.
Yeah, I think the one thing that the school does that kind of stepped above and beyond some of the other places I looked at was the career services program. They're really dedicated to making sure that we were getting jobs after college, not just a degree. So I think in addition to sports and in addition to the education, I think that's what really set me on Rose-Hulman.
How difficult is it, though, to balance your time? I mean, it's hard enough to be a student athlete for one sport. Now you're doing two sports by also getting your education. Just talk about that balance that you deal with on a weekly basis.
Yeah, so I think in general, being a student athlete, it's all about time management. So I think honestly being in sports almost year-round, it really helps me just kind of keep that rhythm going forward. You got to get your homework done if you're going to go to practice later that night. So I think that just continues year-round for me and never stops.
Talk about what the next couple of weeks look like for you as the season, your second season, right? Your second season coming up here really gets started. Obviously, we're dreaming of warmer days when it's 12 degrees outside, but talk about your training and what you're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of meets so far. Thankfully, we're indoors. We don't have to deal with quite as much cold weather, but I think just keep practicing, going to meets, and hopefully get marks up there to prepare for the conference meet.
Talk about your events so far, what you've been doing, and how's it going here to start the calendar year of 2024.
Yeah, so I do hurdles, triple jump, and long jump. And I think just balancing my time between those two, I'd say triple jump's my main event. So been focusing on that, but it's fun to add the other two in to make things different. So yeah.
We talk about how great, this is a great campus. This is a place where people want to go, being a D3 athlete. Just talk about just the love you have for both sports, right? I mean, obviously on a D3 level, you're not getting a scholarship, you're getting a great education here, but just talk about the motivation that you have to continue every year to get better.
Yeah, I think it's great. We're all kind of in the same situation, difficult majors, engineering. I think just having grown up doing both sports, just finding that love to continue to play. I love going out there, seeing my friends, seeing my teammates, being able to compete at a high level, to help them succeed and help me succeed. And yeah, it's really just been my love of the sports that's kept me going.
Yeah, and the campus life here, it's a great student athletes. Talk about, you're out here supporting the basketball team, just a tight-knit community that's here on the campus of Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, exactly. I think we have so many different athletes from so many different sports that I remember the basketball teams coming out and watching us during soccer.
Yep.
I've seen them sneak out after practice to come see the track meets. So I think you can just see, I'm sure half of the crowd here is student athletes. And they understand kind of what it takes to be a student athlete and go through that. So I think it's just good to see that they acknowledge that and want to help support each other.
Let's go back to the soccer season, up and down season for you ladies, obviously, but a pretty good year. Just talk about some of your memories that you had from this year.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good year. We ended up going to the semifinals, ended up losing to Hanover, but I think overall we had a pretty good season. Went through conference with only a couple of losses, and so just seeing that winning record and being able to move forward with that into next year is going to be really exciting.
Best of luck with the track and field coming up. Conference not too far around the corner. Kyra Hicks, thank you so much for joining us. We'll come back with some first half stats, get you ready for the second half as well. The Fighting Engineers with a 34-14 lead. We'll be back. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Great to catch up there with Kyra Hicks as she gets ready for the track and field season that's well underway, coming off of a semifinal appearance in the HCAC for the Women's Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Ladies soccer team, Tony Donahue with you, Galen Clavio as well, 34-14. Give us some of those stats that stuck out to you in the first half.
On an individual level, Jamie Baum, 11 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. Really was just all over the place. Played 18 of the 20 minutes in that first half and really was the straw that stirred the drink, so to speak, for Rose-Hulman on offense. Elsewhere, Manuela Shamba had a little bit of a rough start from the field, but got it going, ended up with 8 points and 3 rebounds. I think the thing that's most impressive to me at this point is that of all the players that played for Rose-Hulman in that first half, of the 9, 8 of them scored from the field. That is the type of sharing and the type of contributions from all over the place that you want to see. On Bluffton's side, it was just a rough shooting game. It has been a rough shooting game so far, and a lot of that is the defense that's been played down low by Rose-Hulman. Bluffton 6 for 28 from the field. They've only had 4 players score. It's been Maddie Fitzpatrick with 6, and then Katie Newhart with 4 points, and that's basically it. Their rebounding was keeping them going for a little bit. Rachel Clark with some good work on the boards, 6 rebounds thus far, but just not nearly enough. Overall, you just have to like what Rose-Hulman's done. They've kept themselves moving offensively. They've tried different shots from different locations. They've really forced Bluffton into some bad spots. 44% shooting, 14 of 32 in that first half for Rose-Hulman. But defensively, that's where they've had their bread and butter so far in this game.
Yeah, and we see it here, some of the transition baskets. That's really where the stretch run came for Rose-Hulman when they were able to turn over defensively and turn that into offense. And that led to, as you mentioned, a couple multiple 10-0, 10-plus runs as we see Grace rolling here, knocking down a 3. But as you mentioned, it's been a total team effort here for Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, and they're playing so complimentary. You've seen C.K. Gallegos-Rodriguez and Grace Rowland. They come in after a rough first couple of minutes for this Rose-Hulman team offensively. And not only do they start scoring down low and rebounding, but their defense immediately turns to offense. You see outlet passes. You see the guards immediately sprinting out and making it hard on Bluffton in transition. That's how you win a game going away, is by putting all those pieces together and being able to rely on different players every time down the floor and letting your defense build your offense.
At halftime, Coach Paul, what do you think his message was? Look, you're up 20. You have a comfortable lead. The defensive intensity has gotten you this lead. How do you keep that up 20 here in the second half?
I think the key is you've got to continue to make it hard for Bluffton to get shots up. That you can do anywhere on the floor. You can do it in the backcourt with a full court press. You can trap over half court. You can make it hard for them when they drive. You can get in their passing lanes. The thing that I've liked about this Rose-Hulman team as they build over the course of the year is they've had a couple of games now where they have really laid it on their opponent. They beat Hanover in this building in early December by 30. They went on the road and they beat Defiance by nearly 30. So they've shown that they can keep their foot on the gas for an entire 40 minutes. And that, I think, if you're Deborah and Paul, you're like, that is what we have to do to build ourselves up as a program. We've shown that not only can we beat teams that are in the lower ranges of the HCAC record-wise, but we can beat them handily. That's how you build to the level where you start to beat the teams ahead of you in the conference, which I know is where they want to get to by the end of the year.
13 points off of turnovers for Rose-Hulman. Hey, we want to thank Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field of construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Start your career with Boilermaker Union Local 374, 219-845-1000. Don't forget, you can unleash the power of passion. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Contact us at sales@indianasrn.org to discuss how we can customize a sponsorship package that maximizes your brand and exposure. We are Central Indiana's sports leader. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half action right around the corner. The Fighting Engineers with a 20-point recess lead. We'll be back right after this. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new living mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us to one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
Welcome back, Holbert Arena, RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Gaten Clavia with you. Savannah, Chuck, and Daniel doing a great job for us, getting these replays and these pictures to you as we bring you game number 1 of a men's and women's doubleheader for Rose-Hulman as they welcome in Bluffton. We are at halftime of the women's contest, 34-14 in favor of Rose-Hulman. For Bluffton, 14 points. 14 turnovers.
And Rose-Hulman, 13 points off of those 14 turnovers. You're just not going to be competitive in basketball games when you're giving up that amount of possessions. And I mean, Rose-Hulman hasn't been great with the basketball themselves, but they have been so efficient when they've gotten the ball. Ultimately, what we're going to be looking at in this third quarter, to piggyback off what you said earlier, can Rose-Hulman maintain their defensive intensity? Can they continue to make it hard on Bluffton? And from Bluffton's sake, where are the points going to come from? You can't, I mean, I'm actually the most surprised that Olivia Zender is scoreless so far in this game. 0 for 3 from the field. She does have 3 steals, so she has been contributing out there defensively, but offensively, any route back into this game runs through Olivia Zender.
So Rose-Hulman takes to the court first, leading by 20. A Rose-Hulman team that has been hot as of late. As we mentioned, 5 of their last 7 they have won. They lost here a week ago to Transylvania. Transylvania number 2 in the country, number 1 in the HCAC. That 14-point win for Transylvania over Manchester was their lowest margin of victory so far this season. So you never want to take the L, but a little bit of confidence boost in knowing that you can compete against the best team in not only the conference, but the country as well. Rose-Hulman starts with the basketball. Going to the far side of the court here in the second half. Sophia Reese, Diaz, the starters back out there. Ashley Black as well. They'll go down low. Shamba, left-handed dribble. Up top, 10 on the shot clock. Baum has it. Swings it up top. Black has it. 5 on the shot clock. She'll dribble to the corner. Stepping into a jump shot off the rim, no good. Good defensive possession there by Bluffton.
Little surprised Rose-Hulman went back to the starting lineup given how much success they had off the bench
Bluffton with the basketball, looking to cut into this 20-point deficit. They'll work it down low. Good bounce, power dribble, off the window, and Newhart gets it going here in the second half.
That's what you have to find, and you know, at least for the first couple of minutes, you're going to have advantages in the post if you're Bluffton.
34-16. 1 minute gone by, third quarter. Ball batted around, ends up into the hands of Baum. She finds Shamba. She'll turn, free throw line, kicks it back out, 7 on the shot clock. Reese has it. Reese spins, pump fake, kicks it. Black, long 2-ball, short, no good. And another defensive stop here by Bluffton.
Smart by Black to put that up so quickly, but again, Rose-Hulman, a little surprising they take that much time off the shot clock.
So Bluffton trying to get something going here in the start of the third quarter. They'll swing up top, leads to a 3 off the back iron, no good. Shamba cleans the glass, she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, it was a good job by Manuela Shamba to grab that out of the air. Katie Newhart can't control herself and picks up the early foul in this second half.
The Morales Group, our mission is building better futures one story at a time. We acknowledge the whole person and their individual story. Contact us today, 317-472-7600 for more information. So we approach the 2-minute mark here. Gone by third quarter, 34-16. Right side, Diaz 3 short. And for the third straight possession, Rose-Hulman offensively goes one and done.
That's not Amelia's shot normally.
Bluffton, hesitation down low, spins out. Extra rebound, that one spins out. And Shamba says enough of those second chance opportunities. Grabs the basketball, pushes it up. Diaz hesitates, stutter steps, lowers the shoulder, fullback style, and draws the foul.
That was definitely more of a football move. A nice job, though. The contact you know is going to be there. If you get into that, you pick up another foul on Bluffton.
We talk about her being the spark plug of this Rose-Hulman team. And she said, I'm either going to go through you or you're going to foul me. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Fighting Engineers, Baum spins open, right-handed floater, splash.
Little shoulder shimmy at the three-point line, and that gets her free, drives in. Great shot from the free throw line.
Baum's got 13. It's back to a 20-point lead. The largest here of the afternoon for Rose-Hulman. Dribble drive right side. Fitzpatrick, mid-range jumper, back iron no good, ball batted around. And Clark with the offensive rebound, and Clark dribbles into the lane and is going to be fouled.
Bluffton clearly coming out with a specific plan, and they are really swarming the post. But that may be changing here in a second, Tony, as we've got Grace Rowland and C.K. Gallegos-Rodriguez back in the game.
So a substitution here for size for Rose-Hulman as they get much taller, and that substitution is probably led by the 3 offensive rebounds that Bluffton has here to start the third quarter. Bluffton with the basketball, trailing by 20. They like to swing around the arc offensively. Clark dribble drive, caught from behind, and into the waiting hands of Grace Rowland with the steal. Great extra pass down low, left-handed bucket off the window. Gallegos-Rodriguez puts it in.
What a delightful feed into the post from the opposite side of the floor. And a great job by Gallegos-Rodriguez to pick that up out of the air and lay it in.
Great extra pass will go down low. Grace Rowland on the ground, deflects it. We're going to have a tie-up. No, we're going to have a timeout. Charge to Bluffton.
Smart move by Lindsey Smith. She was either going to get tied up or turn the ball over there, so she calls the timeout, and we get a media timeout out of it.
This will be our media timeout. 6:32 to play in the third quarter. All Rose-Hulman in this one. The Fighting Engineers lead 38-16. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
Media timeout over here from Holbert Arena. RHIT.TV. The Fighting Engineers with a 38-16 lead. 6:32 to go, third quarter. Tony Donahue, Galen Clavio with you. A little bit of a lackadaisical start here to the second half for both teams.
Yeah, these teams are combined for 3 for 10 shooting to start this half. Not the greatest offensive output.
So Bluffton with the basketball. It's 22-point deficit, the largest of the afternoon. Swing right side, 2 on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper off the rim, no good. Batted around. And then Randolph thought she had it. It rolls out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Rose-Hulman. And even Randolph looked at the crowd and said, well, we'll take it.
Who knows who that went off of? That was almost impossible to see.
Leads to a Randolph 3. No good. She's 1 of 3 from downtown this afternoon. Bluffton with the basketball. Ball deflected.
Yeah, really aggressive defense now being played on the perimeter. Exactly the same switch we saw in the first half for Rose-Hulman.
Rowland goes down. Pump fake, travel, and a turnover there. So Rowland getting aggressive down low, falls on the ground, but a travel call gives the basketball right back over to Rose-Hulman.
And again, CK Gallegos-Rodriguez, that pressure as she runs out there disrupts the Bluffton player, and that's what leads to the travel.
So Rose-Hulman with the ball. 22-point lead. 5:45 to go, third quarter. Bluffton brings some full-court pressure. It's broken. Grace Rowland, pump fake. Tries to do the underhand scoop shot. No good. Rebound offensively to Gallegos-Rodriguez. She's blocked by the backboard, and Bluffton will bring it up. And I know we're only midway through the third quarter here, Gavin, but at some point, nice roll here on the bucket by Rachel Clark. The intensity and the pace of this game is going to have to be picked up if Bluffton wants to have a chance to come back.
Yeah, they're not really, I think they're maintaining more than anything else right now and just hoping for a couple of good shots to go their way.
So Rose-Hulman breaks the pressure. Randolph had it, lost it, gathered it back, 15 on the shot clock. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. 10 on the clock, Reese has it, she'll swing. Doing this offensively with Baum on the bench. Rowland, great extra pass down low and off the window. CK Gallegos-Rodriguez puts it in.
Yeah, one of the underrated aspects of Grace Rowland's game, her court vision, knew exactly what was going to happen with the defense and sided Gallegos-Rodriguez on that pass for the easy bucket.
And what I like about Grace Rowland is when she has the basketball, she keeps it above the shoulders. Don't allow that ball to be ripped from behind. As you see there, grabs it, keeps it above the shoulders, finds the point guard, and we are off and running. Gallegos-Rodriguez controls it, finds Reese. Black has it in the corner. Thought about a 3, now steps into it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Splishy, splashy from downtown. It's a 25-point lead for Rose-Hulman, their largest of the afternoon.
Second 3 for Ashley Black tonight. She's got 6.
So Black puts it in. Bluffton will look for an answer. Mid-range jumper. Off the front end, good. So Rachel Clark gets the friendly roll on this side of the court. 43-20, 3:45 to go.
Bluffton really trying to extend this pressure, trying to do anything to slow down Rose-Hulman. They don't do it there.
And a dribble drive by Reese, and she was hit from behind, no foul. Hard landing, but she gets up. And Coach Paul said, look, we want to, what's good? He's all the way out here on the court going, sheesh. My girl Reese was shoved. No foul was called. I mean, I know it's a 23-point game, but you got to call it like it's even, right?
Well, and I think with that kind of a play, the officials are looking at a bunch of things simultaneously. Sophia Reese was just in a position where it was hard to make the call, but it looked pretty obvious from our vantage point, certainly.
Piper Logistics, Piper Warehouse is a group of logistics professionals dedicated on working together to provide our clients with complete logistics in Indianapolis and Cincinnati. Roll with us. Call 317-396-1023. Galen, we have an exciting second game of our doubleheader coming up as well. The men's side for the Fighting Engineers, they've been hot as well.
They have been hot lately, and really looking forward to seeing how they fare. 4 wins in a row for this Rose-Hulman men's team. And they take on a Bluffton team that has struggled a bit in conference, 1-8. Really good opportunity for Rose-Hulman to pick up another conference win today.
Game 2 of the season for those two opponents. They went down to the wire last month. Bluffton had a chance to win it, but Rose-Hulman, after fighting through the full court press and press breaker that they had, Bluffton came out in the zone. We'll probably see that here coming up. But the play of Studemeyer as well as Harden the last 2 games from the point guard position has been huge.
We've watched this team get gradually better, kind of like the women have so far this year. And, again, they've seen what Bluffton's going to throw at them, so it'll be fascinating to see what the chess moves are in that game for both teams.
Well, they will take what the women have started here with a 43-20 lead. 3:38 to go in the third quarter. We thank you for watching here on RHIT.TV. Fighting Engineers basketball. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Check out the upcoming schedule of games we have for you, not only on the high school level but the college level as well. Jamie Baum gets a hand in there, rips it away, has her 3rd steal of the contest.
That was really nice by Randolph, who was the one that caused the ball to originally get knocked out and then hits the 3.
Baum says, I see you, I'm going to find you, feed you, and she is 2 of 4 from downtown in this contest. Splashes that one home, 46-20, the 26-point lead, the largest of the afternoon. Ball deflected by Baum off of the hands of Kayla Prigi, and another turnover. Rose-Hulman at the basketball.
5 Fighting Engineers with 6 or more points being paced by Jamie Baum, but we're seeing contributions from everywhere. Again, both offensively and defensively. Nice combo on that last steal.
Maria Rodriguez checking in for the first time this afternoon for the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. Baum has it. Swings across. Up top. Godoy Rodriguez down low. Diaz extra pass. Shamba. She's got a little bit too far deep inside the paint there. Couldn't get it to go in. But Diaz rips it away from behind with the steal. Back to Shamba. Shamba is hit. And she's going to earn herself another trip to the free throw line. This will be free throw attempts 5 and 6 of the afternoon for her. She's 3 of 4.
Katie Newhart for Bluffton. Nice job on that first possession of sealing off Shamba and not giving her good angle to the basket. But then you lose the ball in transition. And there's not much you can do when you give Manuela Shamba a running start at the basket. Nice pass. She'll get a chance for 2 at the line.
So Shamba to the free throw line. She is 77% on the season. Splashes the first one home and make it 4 of 5 on the afternoon for Shamba. Second free throw good. She's got 10 here in this contest. 2:35 to play. 48-20 in favor of the Fighting Engineers.
And they bring the press back. They want to keep pressuring, and they force another turnover again.
Diaz steals it away. It's stolen right back, but out of bounds. And Rose-Hulman will have possession.
20 turnovers now for Bluffton, which is the same number of points that they have in this game.
Yeah, and it was 14-14 at halftime. Now 20-20 with the points and turnover ratio here for Bluffton. Very young team. Always, you don't want to lose, but getting this valuable experience on the road against a pretty good Rose-Hulman team. Shamba lowers the shoulder, drives, spins out on her. She deflects the rebound out of bounds, and will stay with Bluffton.
I love Manuela Shamba's aggression and intensity down low. She really wants to get to the basket every time she touches it. Sometimes that causes her to force some shots that probably shouldn't be taken, but you like seeing that out of a player in the post. You need that at this level.
Again, when we talked about this at halftime, coming out with a 20-point advantage, sometimes you can get lackadaisical, sometimes you can get complacent and comfortable. The intensity has been equal, if not higher, to what we saw in the first half from Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, Devin Paul's going to be really pleased with this effort overall. His team has continued to put the pressure on both ends, and that's about all you can ask for as a coach.
Paint touch there for Bluffton leads to a bucket, cuts it to a 26-point advantage, 48-22, 1:41 to go. Right side 3 ball off the back iron, no good, battle around, and there's Diaz. We talked about she doesn't always show up in the box score, but she's on the ground for 50-50 ball. She gets in the passing zone for deflections and comes up with an offensive rebound there. However, leads to a turnover. Bluffton has it with numbers. Right side, left-handed 3 ball off the front end, no good. Bomb, rebound, corrals it. She'll push the tempo here for Rose-Hulman. Minute 10 to go, third quarter.
Bluffton 0 for 8 from deep.
Bomb with it. Finds Shamba. Shamba thinks about it, pump fakes, kicks it out. Dribble drive, right hand hook, no good. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Bluffton with the ball.
Scales, the one player that played in the first half that hasn't scored yet, would have loved to have seen her get on the score sheet there.
Bluffton with the basketball. Long 2, good. They're going to call it a long 2. But a nice jump shot there by Prigi. She puts it in. The lefty with the bucket. 48-24. 7-second differential shot clock, game clock. Bomb down low. Finds a wide open Godoy Rodriguez. She bounces it off the backboard. Offensive rebound leads to a jump ball.
Nice to see some of the less frequent players for Rose-Hulman getting some shots up. Godoy Rodriguez had a good look there, just wasn't able to get it to full.
Yeah, and we'll see what this fourth quarter looks like lineup-wise for Rose-Hulman with a 24-point advantage for Coach Paul's Fighting Engineers. Screen comes, left side dribble, Prige kicks it, right side, ball spins in and out. Baum has the rebound, 5 seconds. Triple teamed, gets it to Shamba. She'll go up court, and she'll hold it. They wanted her to shoot it. Godoy Rodriguez didn't realize that the clock was about to expire. But we have reached the end of the third quarter here on RHIT.TV. We will have a full 5-player substitution to start the fourth quarter for the Fighting Engineers. 48-24, the advantage for Rose-Hulman. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action coming your way here on RHIT.TV. Tony Lano, Galen Clavio with you. 48-24 in favor of Rose-Hulman. And that first half energy defensively really transferred to that third quarter.
Yeah, not as much offensively as Rose-Hulman 1 for 7 from the field over the last 8 shots, but we have seen the defense continue to ratchet up. Bluffton just doesn't have any answers.
So Grace Rowland called for a travel. We'll have some substitutions here. Columba Rodriguez checks in for Rose-Hulman, number 34 for the first time this afternoon. Ball on the ground, stolen away. Ashley Black has it. She'll take it. It's a 3-on-2 for Rose-Hulman. She has Sophia Reese, no-look pass, and Reese kicks it off her foot. Saw the pressure coming. Got a little bit too far ahead of herself.
Great idea, but you got to pull that in if you're going to do the layup. And sometimes you get too caught up with how am I going to get to the basket, not how am I going to get the ball in my hands.
So Gallegos Rodriguez out there as well for Rose-Hulman. Full court pressure comes. Bluffton breaks it. 48-24. Hard screen there. Reese fights through it. Bluffton kicks it out. Dribble drive. Put up, no good. Offensive rebound, up and no good. But she will earn herself a trip to the free throw line. That's Lacey Finstermaker.
Sometimes a bad shot acts like a good pass, which is exactly what happened there. A little too much juice on that on the initial shot, but Fenstermaker there to collect it and almost got the and one. She'll go for 2, though.
Fenstermaker to the free throw line. She's got 2 points this afternoon. Make it 3. Game number 2 of our doubleheader coming up here on RHIT.TV. The men's Fighting Engineers will play host to Bluffton as well, looking to sweep the season series against the Beavers. Second free throw good. She has 4. 48-26, less than a minute gone by here, fourth quarter.
It's good to see Bluffton continuing to pressure defensively. They're trying to get something out of this they can build on for next time.
Great extra pass there, just through the hands of Grace Rowland. And in the first minute of the fourth quarter here, Rose-Hulman with 3 straight turnovers on 3 straight possessions. Right side, 3 ball, short, battle around, and we're going to have a foul here offensively on Bluffton.
It is brutal in the paint today, Tony. We've seen players knocked down, fallen over. It's a lot of contact, and Rose-Hulman's kind of had the better of it, but both teams have been mixing it up quite a bit.
That ice bath is going to be a very popular item here, or you just go outside And we are going to have a timeout here. We'll call it the media timeout. 8:51 to go in this contest. Rose-Hulman with a 48-26 lead. You're watching College Hoops on RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Welcome back to Terre Haute, Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. The Fighting Women Engineers with a 48-26 comfortable lead here. A minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Tony Donahue, Galen Clavio with you. Some full court pressure coming here. Some subs in for Rose-Hulman. Double team comes. Grace Rowland had the height differential down low. They don't find her. 10 on the shot clock. Reese swings left side. Ball batted around. 5 on the shot clock. And trying to dribble to the basket is Columba Rodriguez, and she is fouled.
This is probably how the rest of the game's going to go. Bluffton is just going to pressure all over the floor. Rose-Hulman's going to have to dribble, maintain possession, and find the open person.
Inbound play. Reese gets it to Rowland. 20 on the shot clock. 8:20 remaining. Fourth quarter. 48-26. Rowland has it. Mid-range. Thought about it. Keeps the ball high. Now she'll dribble. Back to the basket. She's swatted. And Bluffton in transition. Swing left side. Back up top. 3 ball in the air. Good. Good looking shot there by Fitzpatrick. She knocks it home.
Finally, a 3 made by Bluffton. They're 1 for 10 from beyond the arc in this game now.
Cuts it to a 19-point advantage. Rose-Hulman is led by as many as 26. And Maddie Fitzpatrick will be called for the foul. And just one of those fouls where you're aggressively trying to come up with the steal, trying to get anything going here, especially after the bucket.
You're not allowed to whack the opposition across the front of their body with your arm. And you're going to play aggressive defense here. You're going to try to pressure into some turnovers. We're seeing now Jamie Baum come back out onto the floor. Probably need to get your better ball handlers out if this is how Bluffton's going to play it out.
Yeah, Sophia Reese with the basketball. Baum has it. Rolling. Back to the basket. Up under. Bucket.
Grace Rowland's like, I got to get back up to my season average. We got some time here in the fourth quarter, but really nice job with the post move. Not a lot that Bluffton can do.
Rowland, the freshman, using the power dribble to get a little bit of space, uses the window and puts it in. 3 ball. Bucket. So back-to-back threes for
Katie Sims.
Bluffton, and Sims off the bench puts it in with her first bucket of the afternoon.
Stats are funny things, aren't they?
Yep.
You don't hit one for 3 quarters, then you hit 2 in a row.
And on the ensuing possession for Rose-Hulman, Ashley Black misses a 3. And this is turning into a 3-point shootout here late in this contest with 7:02 to go. Take a look at the replay here, and Rowland just using that space, using that size to her advantage, puts it in.
Using that shoulder to ward off and just kind of keep the defender at bay.
And you see why she averages 12 points per contest. She's very good at getting high percentage looks. And, oh, by the way, you better guard her outside, too, because she can knock down threes. Another 3 ball, back-to-back possessions for Bluffton, shooting it from the arc. This one falls off the back iron, no good. Baum has it. We'll have some more substitutions for Rose-Hulman coming up at the next break. 6:35 to play. Game 1 of our men's and women's doubleheader here at Rose-Hulman. Fighting Engineers working down low, stolen away.
Not a great pass there by Amelia Diaz as she tried to get a little too greedy in terms of finding Grace Rowland in position.
Bluffton with the basketball. Dribble drive, right side, almost steps out of bounds. Leads to a mid-range jumper. Backboard spins out. Baum with the rebound. And Rose-Hulman still looking to push the tempo here. Not comfortable with the 18-point lead, so a lot to learn. Extra pass. Rowland finds Baum. Baum steps into a 3 short. Ball on the ground. We're going to have another jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Bluffton.
It's been the only thing that Jamie Baum hasn't done great tonight is shoot from outside. 0 for 2 from distance. And Rose-Hulman survived a pretty mediocre outside shooting day so far. 5 for 17 now from beyond the arc.
Don't miss the game. If you've missed any of the action, catch the replay on our YouTube page. IndianaSRN archives are always on the stream. With IndianaSRN, you always have a front row seat. RHIT.TV. Upcoming schedule for Rose-Hulman. We'll have the men's game following this, and plenty more home game action coming for you throughout the rest of the season here on RHIT.TV. Dribble drive right side for Brown, and Madison Brown will earn herself 2 at the free throw line.
A little too late probably for an actual comeback from Bluffton, but again, if you can manufacture some trips to the free throw line, you're scoring with no time going off the clock, that's going to help you get a little bit further back into it.
Yeah, and if there's any of a bit of a silver lining here, Galen, it's the fact that, yeah, you're down 18, but you can get, with a young team, you're going to get some players that don't normally get to play some experience here on the road.
Well, we've had like 16 players play for Bluffton so far in this game. It has been a turnstile off the bench for the Beavers. They've also been perfect from the free throw line so far. They're 6 for 6 now.
So Brown puts it in. Baum picks up the full court pressure. Finds Black. Black back to Baum. Gets across the timeline. Baum. Shamba. Shamba gets some space and easily lays it in at the left hand.
When you give them space in the post, this Rose-Hulman team can cut you to shreds, whether it's Shamba or Roland or Gallegos Rodriguez. It's really fascinating to watch every single game.
Yeah, and Shamba's so quick off that first step to get to the rim. Here's a dribble drive right side, all the way to the rack, and Katie Sims puts it in. I believe she has 5.
And Katie Sims has really been impressive coming in off the bench and has not been shy at all about putting the ball up.
Shamba has it, gets the edge, extra pass, Diaz layup off the backboard, good.
Huge assist to Manuela Shamba. She could have taken that herself, but she saw her teammate was more open, took advantage of it.
So great extra pass there, and those are those things that you like to see. Yeah, we have a comfortable lead, but this is certainly not a selfish basketball team when it comes to Rose-Hulman. Air ball 3, Baum with the block out, but it's going to lead to a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Rose-Hulman with a 54-36 lead. 4:33 to go, and Diaz there off the extra pass puts it in.
Yeah, Shamba saw Myra Horvath come across and just really good court vision to know exactly where to put that pass.
Black finds Baum. Baum gets it across the timeline to Shamba. They'll slow it up here. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 4:20 to play. Coach Paul says, let's get a set. Let's get a good look here. And that's one of the best looks you'll find is Baum mid-range. Leaves it short. Diaz collects the offensive rebound. She leaves it short. We're going to have an over-the-back foul there on Shamba, staying aggressive in this one, just over the top there for the foul.
Couple of good shots from around the elbow, and then Shamba gets caught out on that rebound attempt. So far, as you see the replay here, Baum on that last possession where Rose-Hulman scored, you're not really in a position to do much as the Bluffton defender there. You're just having to deal with Shamba, who again gets the ball and drives in for a layup.
Shamba in the passing lane, steals it away, takes it herself off the window, and it's back up to a 20-point lead for the Fighting Engineers. 56-36, 3:53 to play. This one goes through the legs of Sims. Stolen away, extra pass up the Baum, and Baum is hit hard from behind. And she is fouled by Alexis Stevely.
Clean foul, but it was one of those, you wanted to make sure that Jamie Baum didn't get that layup up, but just great intensity defensively late here by Rose-Hulman. Just they keep turning Bluffton over as they make poor passes.
And Baum earns herself a chance at 2 at the free throw line. First one rattles out on her.
See the replay there. Nothing untoward, just a hard foul from behind, and looked worse because Baum ended up on the floor as a result of it.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still going to make you earn it over this last 3:44. Bluffton with the basketball, trailing by 21. Baum second free throw, good. Bluffton with the basketball. Baum, defensive pressure comes, gets over the screen. Kept her foot down. Leads to a pass and a bucket from outside that spins off the rim. No good. Rose-Hulman corrals the rebound. They have the basketball. And again, this will be another long possession here for Rose-Hulman. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They'll go down low. Deflected. Grabs her own rebound, puts it back. And Gallegos Rodriguez on the offensive board. Grabs her own miss, puts it in. And will earn herself a chance to the free throw line.
8 points and 8 rebounds now for Gallegos Rodriguez. Can add to that at the free throw line. And even though she's not leading in the scoring column, as we see that offensive rebound and the putback with the foul, she really helped to change the tide of the game very early on in this one and has been all over the floor throughout the course of the time she's been out there.
She had 5 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks in that win on Wednesday over Defiance. She'll earn herself a chance for the and one. Back iron, no good, and we're going to have a lane violation.
Yeah, step in there by Carissa Welty. So another shot for Gallegos Rodriguez.
Second attempt at the and one goes, and she'll check out with 3:04 to go, 60-36. Fighting Engineers with the lead. Game 1 of our men's and women's doubleheader here on RHIT.TV. We thank you for joining us. Diaz in the passing lane, stolen off the backboard, no good. Ball batted around.
Just couldn't quite get that to fall. She deserved it after such a good defensive play in the backcourt.
Bluffton has it. Stolen away again. Diaz, extra pass. 4-on-1, kicks out. Randolph, 3, good! 3 of 5 from downtown. She splashes another one home, and it's a 27-point lead for Rose-Hulman finishing this fourth quarter. Very strong here defensively, leading again to offensive buckets.
Another 10-2 run for Rose-Hulman, and a lot of that's been caused on the defensive end, not just on the offensive end.
Jump shot short, rebounded by Bluffton. Shot clock down to 10, 2:10 remaining in this one. Dribble drive right side, and a foul will send Madison Brown to the free throw line. We have a good one coming up for you after this. The men's Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers will play host to the Bluffton Beavers coming up, and Rose-Hulman, a team that has been hot. Career high last Saturday for Kobe Studemeyer, career high on Wednesday from Hardin. And we'll see a lot of Cole Pride. We'll see a lot of Miles McGowan as well as the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers men's squad takes on Bluffton. That game will start about 22 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. 2 minutes to go, 63-37. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Reese has it. And for the first time this afternoon, checking into the game is Vanish. She misses the bucket. Bluffton with the rebound. Leads to a foul with 1:44 to go, 63-37.
Big question down the stretch here. Can Rose-Hulman keep Bluffton under 30% shooting? They're close, 27.5% shooting right now for the Beavers. And ultimately, are you going to keep forcing turnovers? They've forced Bluffton into 25 turnovers so far in this game.
Sims' first free throw good. She has 6, all coming here in the second half. Second free throw. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, miss. Rebound to Rodriguez for Rose-Hulman. 1:30 to play. Backdoor pass, deflected. Up and in. Bucket. Nia Vinish from Naperville Central gets her first bucket in a while. She's on the board at 65-38.
Oh, the bench loved that. They've been trying to get her a bucket for several games now. That's a great moment.
Little hesitation. Sims, 3 ball, right side, off the rim, no good. Look good from here. Ball battled around. Vinish has it. And she'll find Sophia Reese. Reese says, let's slow it down. Minute to go. 65-38, Fighting Engineers. They will advance to 9-8 on the season. They'll get over the 500 mark. And they'll move to 6-4 in HCAC play, which will move them to 4th, pending what Franklin does today, as they are on the road at Anderson. Vanish, another jump shot, and it gets the roll. She's got 4 back-to-back buckets, and the bench is loving it.
Anytime you can get a player who doesn't get out there that often, get them a couple of baskets. It pumps up the entire group. And you can tell that this group really cares for each other. They're rooting for each other to succeed.
Foul on the ground. We've got a great crowd on hand here in Venetia's replay there. The shooter's touch, and she puts it in. She's got 4 straight.
Very soft. You like to see that. Get the bounce going. We see that out of Jamie Baum a lot, too.
Brown's first free throw, back iron, no good. 31 seconds to go. Great crowd on hand here at Rose-Hulman as we get ready for the men's contest. A Greek life afternoon, the theme here. Second free throw, spins out, offensive rebound, put back, good. And to the free throw line goes Myra Horvath after the offensive rebound and one. Put her on the line, 67-40, 28 seconds to go.
Horvath has to be wiping her brow a little bit. Finally gets one to fall. Had missed her first 3 shots of the game.
Looking to complete the and one. Horvath free throw, splash. And with the shot clock turned off, 28.7 to go. Reese will just have to cross the timeline, and this one should end. So Rose-Hulman, big win this afternoon. 9-8 on the season, 6-4 in HCAC play. This is their 4th win over their last 5 contests. This is their 6th win over their last 8. And Galen, it's safe to say they've really turned a corner since the turn of the 2024 calendar year.
It's been really fascinating to watch this team as they try to rebuild the program. They've slowly but surely gotten a little bit better every time they've gone out, even in losses. But the wins are starting to come now, and this team looks like a team that really likes to play together and isn't really scared of any of their opponents.
So we're going to give Vanish the player of the game there. She checks in, goes back-to-back buckets.
Yeah, 100% shooting. I don't know what else you could ask for.
Naya Vanish, the guard out of Naperville, gets in, the senior, gets 2 buckets late in this contest. And we're 30 minutes away from tipping off the men's contest. We thank you for watching game number 1 of our doubleheader here on RHIT.TV. As the Fighting Engineers, they 67-41 lead. Some stats that stuck out to you here this afternoon, Galen, in game number 1.
Well, overall, when you look at these 2 teams, I think what sticks out is just how dominant this Rose-Hulman team was in terms of their defensive play. They hold Bluffton to 15 of 54 shooting, 2 for 14 from beyond the arc. And Bluffton only led this game for about 4.5 minutes, and almost all of that came very early on. Rose-Hulman was just able to consistently hit shots, and they really came on in that 4th quarter. They had a little bit of a swoon in the 3rd, but they shoot over 50% in the 4th quarter of this game. Leading scorers, Jamie Baum, 6 of 11 from the field, 14 points overall. Manuela Shamba also with 14. C.K. Gallegos Rodriguez had 9. Randolph had 9. Black had 6. And Roland with 5. A lower scoring output than you would have expected, but she had a big impact on the game overall. You also saw really good contributions across the board defensively. 17 steals in this game for Rose-Hulman. And you look at Bluffton, obviously, as we mentioned several times, they just struggled to get shots to fall even when they got them. 15 of 54 from the field, only 27.8%. It was Fitzpatrick leading the way for the Beavers with 9 points. And they got some good contributions off the bench. I think if you're Bluffton, you look at this game and you say, well, our reserves came out, played a really good press. We feel like maybe we can trust them a little bit defensively. But overall, Rose-Hulman was the dominant team basically from the beginning of this contest, and they absolutely deserve the victory.
We'll take a break, come back with Coach Paul's final thoughts here from game number 1 as the women of the Fighting Engineers pick up a 67-41 victory. We'll be back right after this on RHIT.TV. Coach Paul joins us after the victory, moving to 9-8 on the season, 6-4 at HCAC play. Intensity defensively off the bat is really what set the tone this afternoon.
Yes, definitely. And that was one thing we want to focus on today, just really getting better individually and as a team. We talked about how we wanted to really force the ball inside, how we wanted to dominate inside of the paint, and I feel like we did those things today.
Yeah, and it seemed like you got contributions from everybody that stepped up. Obviously, Baum and Rowland are going to be two of the biggest scorers, but I thought Diaz played great defensively. It seemed like everybody got in on the scoring column early in this one.
Yes, and that's one thing about our team. I mean, we have 4 or 5 kids that could actually score 20 points per game, so it's just interesting how we actually share the basketball and we just keep getting better.
What was your message at halftime? You're obviously up 20 points at the break. Defense is playing well. Bluffton's not shooting well, but it is easy to get a little lackadaisical, but your ladies kept up that defensive intensity in the second half.
Yeah, we talk about not having any letdowns. There's been some times during this season where we kind of we went on runs and then we felt like we were okay, and then we had some compounded mistakes and some mental errors. And this was really about us just getting better. This is a good Bluffton team, so we didn't want them to feel like they could get back in the game.
How difficult is it playing a team that you've already beat this season? You have some film on them, but we're going to throw some different things at you. I thought your ladies really responded. Down 8-7 early, go on a 15-0 run, you'll take that almost any night of the week.
Oh, definitely. And I felt like, that's what we talked about before the game. It's not about what we say or what we come out here and act like we're going to do. We got to respond when adversity hits. And I felt like at the beginning of the game, it was an opportunity for us to respond and worry about the things that we could control. I thought our effort was 100% the entire game. And like I said, this is a well-coached Bluffton team, and I want to make sure that we understood that as a team, and we wanted to come out, give them their respect, but at the same time, we want to come out to play our type of basketball.
26 points off of turnovers, 30 points in the paint. You got to like those two numbers.
Love those numbers. You keep those numbers up, and we'll keep winning. So I'm very proud of the group of girls that we have right now. These young ladies have really fought to become better. And our coaching staff has done an amazing job just with the player development side. 2
on the road coming up at Manchester, at Transylvania. We know about Transylvania. Your thoughts on the upcoming contest against a Manchester team that you just beat on Wednesday?
At this point in the season, every game is a game that we're going to have to come in. We're going to have to compete and play our best basketball. And we talked to our team about this is the time when we need to be playing the best basketball going into the tournament. So these games are very important to us.
Yeah, and you talk about that kind of same with the men's team here. Since the turn of that calendar year 2024, there's been a lot of growth. You guys are playing better. Winners of 6 out of the last 8.
Yeah, and that's the message that we send to our kids every game is we just got to keep getting better. And we challenged them. This was midterms week, and
which is tough, which is very tough.
Very high academic institution. So we challenged them to still come in and get 1% better. We told them, listen, that's 15 minutes a day. If you got 24 hours in a day and you got 15 minutes where you can come work on your game, we're going to get better as a team. And it showed. They commit to the process, and they really trust us as coaches.
This crowd was awesome today, too. I mean, it's a Saturday afternoon. Atmosphere. What else are you going to do? Come out, have some fun. But the crowd got behind you early on as well, which is always good to see.
Great atmosphere.
Wanted to bring this up, too. Vinish there late with back-to-back buckets, got the bench going. You got to love seeing a senior put a couple home.
Yes, and she's one of our key pieces when it comes to just team dynamics. She really helps our team culture. Just a kid that comes in and works every single day. So it just excites me as a coach to be able to see her get her first college bucket and then score 2 of them in the same game. So I'm excited about that, and I'm more excited about how much our kids were actually looking for her and trying to get her to score. So that's very important to us as a coaching staff.
We're waiting to possibly see a heat check. Unfortunately, time didn't allow it. Coach, appreciate it. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck going back-to-back road games here, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks on RHIT.TV.
Hey, thanks for having me. You guys do a great job.
Thanks, Coach Paul. All right, big win here for the women's. Let's see if the men's can back it up. We're about an hour away from tip time here on RHIT.TV.